Assignment 1 Legal Procedure in Criminal Law Clue 20303 by Group 8. Hi, my name is Loga Kumar. I would like to talk about introduction and two types of crime. Firstly, introduction elements of the crime are the specific components or factors that must be proven in order to establish that crime has been committed. They have four elements of crime, which means actus reus, mens rea, concurrence and causation. For examples of actus reus is physical act or conduct that crime. Examples of mens rea murder or killing another person. Examples NBSP, of concurrence accidentally harm to another person. Examples of causation hit and run accident. Secondly, they have two types of crime such as done prohibited and cause prohibited. The done prohibited only applies to laws imposing criminal NBSP, or punishments for criminal offenses. For example, theft, drug and robbery. Lastly, the cause prohibited requires proof that the defendant's conduct was a necessary condition of the consequence. For example, manslaughter and driving under the influence.
Hey, my name is Priyashani. I would like to talk about actus reus. Actus reus is basically about crimes that happen against the law. So here are many examples that we can relate with actus reus. Here I have come out with one of the example. Voluntary action. Let's say one of the person named Sheila. She went to the mall.
Hello, my name is Izit, and to continue the actus reus part, I will be explaining the mens rea part, which is the mental element of an offense. It is defined as the guilty mind, or you can say the state of mind that a person has to commit a crime, so to say it is malice. Mens rea really comes down to two things, which is intention and negligence, or some might say recklessness. What intention means is that either you intended the wrongful conduct of the crime or you intended to bring about the wrongful result. As an easy example, there is a difference between someone who is driving at a reckless speed or maybe taking shortcuts that go against the flow of traffic and hits a pedestrian, or a driver intentionally looking to drive into a pedestrian. If a driver is driving at a safe pace and suddenly a pedestrian jumps into traffic, it is usually not punished criminally.
Hey everyone, Anus here. Today, we are diving into the world of omission and illegal omission within criminal law. Ready to explore? To start, let's define omission. In simple terms, it's when someone fails to do something they are supposed to do under the law. It's like having a responsibility to act but choosing not to. Now, let's bring this concept to life with examples. Imagine seeing a hit-and-run accident but not reporting it to the authorities. Or perhaps knowing about a dangerous condition on your property but not taking steps to fix it. These are real-world situations where failing to act when legally obligated results in omission. Next up, let's talk about illegal omission. This occurs when the failure to act violates a specific law or a legal duty. Essentially, it's an omission that breaks the law. Now, let's dive into some examples to make this clear. Think of witnessing a crime but choosing not to report it to the police. That's illegal omission. Another example could be a business owner ignoring safety regulations, putting employees at risk. This deliberate inaction could lead to serious legal consequences. Thank you.
Hi. My name is Tharayanai. I am in the field of criminal law. The concept of strict liability holds a significant position and often sparks debates among legal experts. Unlike other criminal offenses where intent is crucial, strict liability offenses do not require proving the defendant's mental state or intention to commit the crime. Instead, they focus solely on whether the prohibited act occurred, regardless of the defendant's mental state. Definition: strict liability offenses are those where culpability is imposed upon the defendant without needing to establish mens rea, guilty mind. In simpler terms, individuals can be held criminally responsible for their actions irrespective of whether they intended to commit the offense or were aware of its consequences. Examples of strict liability offenses include certain traffic violations, environmental breaches, and regulatory offenses. For instance, in cases involving speeding or parking violations, proving intent is unnecessary. The act of violating traffic regulations is enough to establish guilt.
Hello everyone, I'm Nimitha. As my friends explain, I would like to conclude. The conclusion of the topic is that criminal liability involves establishing both the actus reus, which is the physical act of a crime, and the mens rea, which is the mental intent to commit the crime. In certain cases, omissions can also lead to criminal liability. Strict liability, SL, is established in issues of social concern that affect public society and is used to promote the objects of the statute. An example provided illustrates a scenario where one person's action, influenced by another's knowledge, leads to a fatal outcome. Additionally, motive, while distinct from actus reus and mens rea, can be an underlying factor in the intent to commit a crime.